My name is Lynn, and I am a breathwork guide. And today I am going to share a beautiful practice with you. This one is all about coming back to yourself, finding the you were before you started trying to be who everyone around you wanted you to be, that who the you that you became to try to fit in, or um, as very young children, we are dependent on our caregivers. So we often have to change who we are or abandon ourselves to receive that care, that love, that nourishment that we crave. So last night I was I every Tuesday my Bloom membership community meets for, um, you know what, this is kind of, I'm sorry, give me a minute. I am most likely on the autistic scale, so like little things kind of throw me off. And I've got this like box here, and it's it's really bothering me. I have to make it go away. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, now I can focus. So yes, last night was our community session for the Bloom community, and it was an absolutely beautiful session. And before the session, I shuffled some cards from the um, Healing the Inner Child deck, and I had a card just fly out, and that is the abandonment card. And I thought this went perfectly with the theme that I had in mind for last night and for today. So, um, during our early childhood years is, if you believe in this chakra system. If you don't, you just let this go over your head. But if you believe in the chakra system, the root chakra is one of the earliest chakras to form, and this forms during our first, I think it's the first year or two. And this chakra is all about safety, comfort, trust, um, feeling like you belong in the world. Um, and during this time, like I said, our survival is dependent on our caregivers. So during this time, so often we just let little pieces of ourselves go slowly over time, just just to appease our caregivers and receive that love and nourishment that we do need. So when our root chakra does not, when it's out of balance, because during our early childhood years, we didn't receive the love and the nourishment that we needed, or it was kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? Sporadic. Sometimes we did receive it, sometimes we didn't. And this isn't putting your parents down at all. Every parent does the best they can at that time. From what they experienced in life, they did their best. So this can often show up as anxiety, fear, restlessness, weak boundaries. Who's people pleaser? I have been so guilty of that in the past, and I'm getting much better. But it's all a journey, right? We work on these things throughout our entire life, improving, improving, improving. Um, you may be disorganized, you may overeat, you may hoard things, you may feel lazy, you may have attachment wounds. Either you develop anxious attachment or avoidant attachment. So today we're going to do a short practice working on that first root chakra. And with this practice, even if you don't believe in the chakras, you can do this practice, because I won't mention the word chakra during the practice. We're just going to bring a feeling of safety to our little inner child that's still within us, because all of those experiences that happened as a baby, as a young child, we didn't have the words to put to that experience. So that is locked into our body. That is a pattern that is locked into the body. So today we're going to do a very short breathing practice that will help to just begin to just tap into that a little bit and to bring a little bit of love and safety to your beautiful little inner child. Now, of course, this is only a 10-minute practice, so it can only do so much. If you're interested in longer practices, contact me for a one-on-one or a group session. So, I do want to say that if you are pregnant or if you have any sort of serious health issues, you do want to consult with your doctor before practicing breath work. And you also want to be in a place where you feel safe and supported. This is so important during breath work. I've mentioned this over and over and over again because you want to establish this feeling of safety, and your body can't heal when it doesn't feel safe. You need that feeling of safety in the body before you will begin to heal, before you can get to that point of like true relaxation. So be in a safe, supported place. You can be either laying down or sitting up. And we're going to use a very simple breath today. And that breath is breathing in through the nose. And as you breathe in, you want to breathe deep into the belly. So you'll feel the belly expanding. And then you're going to blow out the breath as if you're blowing out a birthday candle. And it can feel really nice to make the exhale longer than the inhale. I will leave that up to you. If you would like to make your exhale longer, go right ahead. And with that, if I mention anything that doesn't feel right in your body, feel free to adapt it or skip it entirely. You may experience a bit of lightheadedness. You may experience a little tingling in the fingers. All this is perfectly normal. But if anything feels too much, maybe take a little break from the breath and come back to it when you feel a little better. We will only be breathing for about, well, you'll be continuously breathing, of course. We'll only be in the active breath pattern for about like 6 minutes or so. So what we will do, the pattern we're going to follow is I will take you into a brief little relaxation phase. And during that time, we're going to find this safe place in our body. And then from there, we're going to go into the breath pattern. And as you breathe, we're going to bring love and safety to that beautiful little inner child that still lives inside of us. Even if you don't believe in children, she or he is in there. And then after that, we will come back into that nice little state of just relaxation, just being here in the moment, and allow all that happened during the practice to integrate into our body. So if you can do so safely, getting yourself into a nice, comfortable position. And you don't have to memorize all this, by the way. I will lead you through all of it. Your only job here is to breathe and be in the moment. So either blinking the eyes closed or gently gazing at something in your space. Let's take in a deep grounding breath together, breathing in through the nose and just sighing it out with any sounds that wish to escape. Repeating that one more time on your own. Beautiful. Feeling the body settle gently. And just being here in this moment. Noticing the surface below. Noticing the feeling of support. Perhaps a feeling of being held by this surface. And allowing your body to melt into this surface just a bit more. Feeling the eyes soften, the shoulders releasing and letting go. Now moving your awareness to the natural flow of your breath. Noticing the sensations of the inhale. Noticing the sensations of the exhale without changing anything, allowing any thoughts that arise just to be, without clinging, without pushing. On your own, doing a brief scan of your body. And as you scan through your body, just noticing any parts that feel contracted or any parts that feel safe. Either beginning at the crown of the head or the soles of the feet, whichever feels right in your body. I want you to take note of those places where you feel a sense of safety. It may be in your heart space. It may be the soothing touch of your hands. At one time, my safe place was the soles of my feet. Each of us is unique in where we find safety. Now just taking a moment to note those places or place where you feel that feeling of safety. Just focusing on that spot for just a moment. Now, as you continue to focus on this place of safety, let's move into our breath pattern, breathing in through the nose, breathing down into the belly, feeling the belly expand. Now blowing the breath out as if you were blowing out a birthday candle. Just one candle. Beautiful. Now repeating that. Breathing in through the nose, down into the belly. Exhaling through the mouth. And as you exhale, feeling that sense of safety. And anchoring into it with the exhale. Now keeping the breath flowing in that pattern, breathing in gently through the nose, expanding the belly. Breathing out through the mouth, blowing out that candle. Beautiful. Anchoring into that place of safety. Noticing what this feeling of safety feels like. The sensations. Is there a color, a shape, a soothing sound? Can you allow your body to settle just a bit more into the surface below as you continue to breathe? as you continue to focus on this feeling of safety, feeling your body root down into the earth, feeling safe, feeling supported, keeping the breath flowing. I am safe. I am supported. It's safe to be here in my body. It's safe to be me. Beautiful. Perhaps it's difficult to find a place of safety in the body. If so, imagine a version of you that does feel safe. Just picture what that would feel like if you could feel safe. What would that safe feeling feel like? What sensations would that feeling of safety have? Would it have a color, a shape, a size? Beautiful. Keep the breath flowing. We're only here for a couple more minutes. Breathing in deeply, feeling the belly expand. Blowing out that candle, and as you do, going deeper and deeper into that feeling of support, of safety. Feeling nourished. Feeling like you belong. Beautiful. Now on your next breath, breathing in deeply, filling the belly. Just pausing at the top here for just a few seconds. Now emptying the lungs. Holding at the bottom with empty lungs. Just holding here just a few seconds. Now releasing the hold. Taking in a deep breath. Letting it out with a Now picturing yourself as a little child. You choose the age, maybe a young infant, a toddler. See this child in front of you. And feeling into the heart space, feeling love for this child. Now either picking up or holding this child, giving her or him a hug, just holding this child and feeling the love from your heart traveling to this beautiful little child. And picture yourself talking to this little child, letting him or her know, I love you. I really, really love you. I will always be here for you. You belong here. Maybe whispering a few more kind words to this beautiful little child. Words that you know she or he has always longed to hear. Now, picture this little child beginning to shrink, growing tinier and tinier and tinier and tinier until she or he can fit in the palm of your hand. And then they grow even tinier and tinier. And take this beautiful little child and place him or her within your heart. And let this child know that you will hold him or her here always. And you will always love him or her. You will always be here for them. Now, as you continue to feel this beautiful feeling of love, perhaps feeling supported and grounded as well, beginning to notice the feeling of the surface below you. Noticing this feeling of support. Noticing the feeling of the air against your skin. Bringing yourself back to your space. Picturing your space. And then when you're ready, blinking open the eyes and returning to your space. I hope that this practice brought you to a beautiful place of feeling safe and grounded and loved. If it did, maybe comment below, and if you were able to picture your beautiful little inner child and hold him or her and send out some beautiful words to your little inner child, and maybe let me know how it feels to hold that beautiful little inner child in your heart space and love and be there for him or her always. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and I will be here next week at the same time live. And also check out my freebie below. It is a 10-minute practice designed specifically for those of us with nervous systems that do not work like the rest of the world does. If you know what I mean. Our nervous systems just don't function like everyone else's. But this practice is designed specifically for that. It's for those times when your nervous system just feels so flooded and you feel so overwhelmed. It's a 10-minute practice, and you can download it onto your phone, and anytime where you can escape, get 10 minutes away, and just use this practice. It'll take you to a beautiful, grounded place. And if you have any questions, put them below, and do follow me and like this video if you enjoyed it. I will see you next week. Bye. Have a beautiful week. And I think that practice went longer than 10 minutes. Sorry about that, but not much longer.